because you're on Twitter, you're pretty active on there, like I am. There's been a crazy push with the traditional conservatives, right? The Christians and Catholics, hey, be monogamous and have a family and everything, which I do believe in the nuclear family. I do think that it is obviously important. It's the cornerstone of running a proper society. However, it's very difficult to do so in today's day and age with how modern women behave and how they're kind of indoctrinized to behave around men. What are your thoughts on the whole TrideCon movement? How should guys navigate this? Do you think religion is a buffer or a safety net to female nature nowadays? What are your thoughts on that?
What do you want to start with, man? There's a lot to unpack there.
Okay, man. That's why I left it open-ended for you to take it however you want.
I mean, I've had some conversations with TradCons, Bible Bros, Bible Pillars like Chase from Bra.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll start with that. So
sure.
So we did this Twitter Space or X Space, whatever it's called now. And he's talking about hour and a half, red pills, all degenerate, and you got to find God, and forgive these women for their indiscretions in the past. And I just shot him a DM. I'm like, that was a really interesting conversation. You want to hop on the podcast and talk about it? It's like the standard stuff back and forth. Like, okay, well, if they repent, then you should forgive them. I said, well, would you forgive a woman for sleeping with 50 guys and invite her into your life as a wife? Well, no, I wouldn't do that. So. How is it that they're forgiven if you wouldn't invite them into your life, and because they're forgiven, right? It's like, and then it's this dance around the subject, and it's like, I get it. Like, I used to be more atheist, maybe now more agnostic. I don't subscribe to any organized religion. I haven't found one that I can look at and say, like, I'm proud to be part of that club. Because the guys, of course, in the show, are like, you should join our club. We'd love to have you. Give it up for Jesus and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, I'll look at joining a club when you guys can have a consistent message around what it is you all agree on, but you're always fighting, right? There's always like different denominations and
of course,
stuff like that. So I don't have a lot of respect for that. What was the second part to it?
What are your thoughts as far as like their viewpoints on navigating because they're like you said, one of the things that they say a lot is just accept, right? Yeah. These women and they repent or whatever, and even Chase said that he wouldn't, but like
pray harder.
Yeah, or what do you like? Do you think that this old school prescription from God is going to work in today's day and age, right? Where the women don't believe in God and they don't have the same religious values that you might follow.
You cannot erase your past. I mean, you can pretend to find a religion and be wholesome and right and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you can't erase your past. I mean. Like one of the things that comes up is we had this chick on the show once, and she's all about God and religion and how that plays a role in her life, looking for the right guy.
Yeah.
And I saw a tattoo on her wrist, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you got tattoos, right? She's like, yeah. I go, how many tattoos you got? I don't know. She counted them. There's like 12 or something like that. I go,
shit.
that in the Bible it says that you're not supposed to mark your body with tattoos. Like it's a violation of your rule book. No, it doesn't say that. It says this. I pulled it up.
Talk about it's the mark of the beast,
whatever, all this sort of stuff. And I read it out to her. I'm like, this is right out of your rule book, and you're not even following your own rules, right? So it's like they're picking and choosing what they think is going to work for them. That's going to sell their purity, right, to the simps basically that are going to overlook their past.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a good choice, man. Like it's to your point, it's very difficult to find women today that are considered or would be good wife or mother stock.
Yeah.
I mean recently we saw on whatever the girl Nala Ray.
Oh yeah.
The red-haired girl.
Yeah.
That was not.
She's
like
super
saved,
Christian, right? Yeah, she's yeah.
And I love when people are actually going to Christ and becoming better people and want to make a change for themselves. That's great. Only problem is that, like, in her scenario, it's almost like she did it because she wanted more attention in that direction. For example, that genre of people are going to say she's saved.
That was the OnlyFans girl.
Yes.
With the red hair.
So now we want to support her in her journey. But then it's like, are you really changing your habits, though? Because you know what they do? They party on Saturday and they ask for forgiveness on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, she kept her OnlyFans. Pearl did a whole thing exposing her on this. Like, she kept her OnlyFans open. But then she said, "Oh, it takes a few weeks to close it down," and all this other bullshit. And then, she launched a clothing line or whatever. And then she married this simp.
But again, like he just said, someone just fell for the okie doke, and it happens because we're guys, She's saved, whatever, and as a result, she's married now.
Or she got the big Michael Knowles interview where she talked about it, and I've always said, like, whenever guys, right, because the guy that got with her is like this, really devout Christian guy, which, hey, I don't have a problem with religious guys. I think it's a fantastic, way to deal with the bullshit in life. But when you bring a girl in that has that kind of past, it's not gonna last. It's just simply not gonna last. Every single girl I've seen that does sex work like that on that degree, where there's like hardcore videos of her on the internet, dude, people are gonna be sending that to him until he breaks up with her every single day. And at
never
some
goes
point, it's
away.
gonna break him, dude. That's what happened with Mia Khalifa.
Yeah.
That's what happens with all these girls that
Riley
do
Reid.
hardcore porn. Riley Reid.
Yeah.
Like the guys always break at some point. I'm accepting of her past, and then they keep sending you the videos because it's carnal. Like there's a carnal disgust from a male perspective whenever you see a girl get
Yeah.
plowed by other dudes on the
Porn
internet.
stars can't stay married. Like,
can't.
Yeah.
In fundamental level, even if they're only marrying each other, like they don't stay married. Like it
And they're all
eventually gets
delusional. Like
into.
they think that they can just leave the industry and then go and get married and have a family. It's like it doesn't work that way. That's not how we're hardwired. That's not our DNA.
We have a
Oh, talk to you.
2018
Oh,
getting
okay.
divorced, in The Matrix, in Wild Debt. Sure, I went into overdraft to pay for the coaching call with Richard Cooper. Do the work. 2024 now every day is the best day of life. Yal heroes shout out Rich. FNF. Rollo. God is king.
Wow.
Folded
They're showing-
hands,
they're showing
medium
love.
dark skin
Oh, 'cause
tone
Rich doesn't have his
Canada.
cell phone. He's
I
right
can
here.
hear it through his headphones.
Yeah,
I can
okay.
read it too. It's
That's
cool.
funny.
Yeah.
It said medium.
Yeah, because Rich
Dark
ain't
skin
cheap to do a
hands.
consultation, but it's worth it, guys.
100%.
What was that?
It was spelling out the emoji.
It was
Yeah,
spelling
so
out
it
the
put
emoji.
medium dark hands.
Okay, that's like the high five.
Yeah,
okay.
but again, the guy that took her serious though, you know what he think he's doing? The right thing, which
Saving
sucks
her,
because
yeah.
as a guy you want to do the right thing, but you can't always, bro. You
Yeah.
can't.
Like, because, because these girls look at it like, I just repent and I'm forgiven. A couple girls have said on the podcast, actually, like when Fresh asked them, are you a Christian, whatever, and they're like, I am, but like, I'm just going to repent. And it's like, they kind of use it as a failsafe for men to accept their behaviors. And I kind of look at it like, dude, if a girl has a certain past, like she can always regress back to that any time. And I think girls that have like high body counts, girls that have done certain things, it's very difficult for them to build a solid relationship with a man in the future.
I have a question. We're all guys here at the table, and guys are watching right now. Is it realistic to find a virgin girl nowadays in America, especially? Is it realistic? Because I think we push virgins a lot, but like, come on, bro.
No, it's
is
not
that a real
realistic.
thing?
That's not
No, we had a
realistic.
conversation about this not too long ago, and I was like, I've never met a virgin in my entire life. I've
When I was in high
never
school.
been with a chick that
last
was a
time.
virgin.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the unicorn we want to find at the end of the rainbow.
So
But
I don't know
like,
where they're at.
yeah.
I've dealt with maybe one or two, and I think we might have had one or two on the podcast after 3,000 women. It's you're only gonna run into a girl that's a virgin like that if there's got to be things in place. Not what I've realized.
Family.
Family is extremely restrictive. And even that might not be the real
wanna-
safety. That might fuck her up and make her an even bigger 304. Go
I want to
ahead,
hear something
please.
funny. So I came across this notion in the Mormon community of something called soaking. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Sulking?
Soaking?
Yeah.
No.
No. This is how
This
they get
is
around this
crazy.
shit, right? They'll be like, "Oh, I'm a virgin," but they've soaked. And what soaking is, you stick it in, but you don't pump it. You just let it get soaked, and then you take it out.
What they
and then they
do-
say that that's not intercourse.
What they'll
Right.
do is
So they always find these like ways. To,
Yeah,
look it up.
yeah,
Look it
yeah,
up.
no, no,
Look
he's
it up.
correct. That's
Yeah.
100% correct.
So,
Yes.
so they always try to
Yes.
manufacture ways
Don't
of
worry
like
about
selling
how I know
purity,
it.
like, "Oh, I'm a virgin," but they won't tell you what they were doing before because they'll excuse it because in the Bible, I guess it translates to the pumping action or whatever it is, right? It's like so they just call it soaking.
And also, there's also the back door for Muslims.
Oh yeah.
When they say
Yeah,
just do
anal, yeah.
anal and they don't, yeah.
Well, like college, like BYU, like I've heard them do campus interviews, and they'll soak, and then some like a roommate will shake the bed, frame, so it's so
While they're
that's
you go.
how they fuck. Yeah.
No
Like a roommate will shake the bed back and forth while they're just laying on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
wild.
then they're showing up going, "Yeah, I'm a virgin," right? Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're actually
That's the
100%.
train, technically, right? Someone's driving the train. Someone's actually. I'm just saying, bro.
That's
Is that a trace?
That's very common. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Damn.
Shit. So
Hey, man, I'm about to get
Don't
some
worry
tonight.
about how I know, bro.